Sancho, brother, please, come Arsenal. Save my club. Yeah, you, please. Sancho, come Arsenal.
Leicester City. Brendan Rodgers will be hoping that his squad plays like they did in the first half of last season, which had them in a commanding position in the race for Champions League football. But a disappointing run of results in the second half meant they had to settle for the fifth spot. Although they have a good squad, European fixtures will mean that they'll need a deeper squad this year. The Foxes are yet to make a noteworthy deal, with Timothy Castagne the only arrival. Ben Chilwell sailed to Chelsea along with the impending departures of Silmani, Ghezal and Adrian Silva will ensure that they have plenty of money to spend, but they should be quick if they are to make a move ahead of a hectic season. Predicted finish 8th.
Sheffield. Sheffield were a surprise last season as no one expected them to be that good. The team stood against many odds thanks to the great defense containing the likes of Dean Henderson. Although I can't see them repeating the same this season as they have lost their main goalkeeper and their lack of transfers can result in them sinking lower in the table. Predicted finish 11th.
Leeds. Sheffield United showed us last season how much of an impact a promoted side can make if they play to their strengths, and Leeds can certainly follow in their footsteps. One problem in their way can be scoring goals. Although Patrick Bamford scored a decent amount of goals last season, he's an expert in missing chances. Record signing Rodrigo is brought in to help, but he isn't a clinical player himself, with 4 goals in 27 Liga games last season, and might play as a winger or 10 at times. The most vital player in Marcelo Bielsa's quest for Premier League success will be 35-year-old Pablo Hernandez, who can create his fair share of chances along with scoring important goals. Prediction for them this season is 10th place finish.
Newcastle. There's no takeover and there will be no Mbappe. Obviously, with the departure of Rafa Benitez, everyone thought that Newcastle will be getting relegated, but Steve Bruce had some other plans. They haven't been much active in the transfer market, but in order to play in the Premier League next season, they should at least sign a decent striker. Otherwise, it's Hello Championship next season. Predicted finish 15th.
Arsenal. Now that Aubameyang looks set to stay and Dani Ceballos' loan extended, Arsenal will look to add some new faces with Willian and Gabriel already signed. Thomas Partey and Aouar have been linked to the club for a while, and if Arsenal manage to get even one of them, it will be good business. Arteta has improved Arsenal's defense and Saliba and Gabriel's arrival will strengthen it even more. Training pictures from preseason suggest that Ozil is back in training and might be a part of their plans. If Arteta can get his former teammate to his best self, his link-up with Pepe, Laka and Opa will be exciting. These are positive signs and Mikel Arteta's first full season as Arsenal manager looks set to be a good one. Predicted finish 6th.
Everton. Ancelotti is looking forward to a successful season with his poor Everton side because come on, it's Everton. They ain't finishing in any European spot. Everton have looked to improve their disastrous midfield by bringing in Allen and James Rodriguez, who has registered a total of 4 assists in 2 seasons while playing with Lewandowski and Benzema. I'm sure Kevin Lewin and Richarlison would help him pump his numbers up. Predicted finish 9th.
Aston Villa. Villa managed to somehow survive relegation on the final day last season, but don't expect them to get lucky again. Matthew Cash is a great signing who will improve the team on both ends, and the potential transfer of Sergio Romero should further strengthen the defense, but Aston Villa still haven't addressed their issues up front, with over-reliance on captain Jack Grealish. Sure, he was nothing short of sensational last season, but should he leave or be injured mid-season, Villa will struggle to both create and finish chances. Prediction 18th place finish.
Spurs. Mourinho had been struggling last season with Spurs and he won't be looking forward to continue the same. With a fully fit Harry Kane, a great midfield and some quality signings like Matt Doherty and Højbjerg, which means there's no Serge Aurier, Spurs can be getting a direct qualification to European competition. No, not that. Predicted finish 5th.
Crystal Palace. Last season, Jordan Ayew was Palace's top scorer in the Premier League with 9 goals and Zaha was his distant second with 4. Their attack should be much better off this season with Alexander Sørloth returning from loan to take up the goal-scoring duties and Eberechi Eze coming in to share the creative load with Zaha. This should help them avoid the drop, but this will be no easy task. Prediction for this season 16.
Manchester United. With the signing of Donny van de Beek, United look pretty solid in the back, but their defense is still lackey. With their predicted lineup showing no defensive cover from the midfielders, this can cost them. They've already begun talks with Sergio Reguilon, who can be a great signing, and signing a good centre-back won't do much harm to them, as their best centre-back, captain, is being busy fighting thugs in Greece. Predicted finish 3rd.
Burnley. Burnley will be praying for the fitness of Robbie Brady and Johan Berg Gudmundsson after the departures of Jeff Hendricks and Aaron Lennon left them short of options on either flank. Burnley might also eye a centre midfielder to cover for Ashley Westwood and Jacob and also provide some creativity. Although the squad hasn't had any improvements yet, Sean Dyche has shown over the years that his Burnley side can compete with the best with limited resources, and a mid-table finish sounds just about right. Predicted position 12th.
Wolves. With the departure of Matt Doherty and absence of Johnny for most of the first half of the season, Wolves are most likely to struggle as both their players were key in their 2 successful Premier League campaigns. They need to make some good signings unless they want to finish at bottom table. If Nuno manages to find good replacement for Doherty, he can continue to have another successful season and finish in the Europa League spot. Predicted finish 7th.
Chelsea. Frank Lampard has made his intentions very clear after having a transfer window which resembles FIFA career mode more than real life. Havertz, Werner and Ziyech are all top quality attackers, while Ben Chilwell and Thiago Silva will help in improving a leaky defense. The most surprising thing is that Chelsea still don't seem satisfied and are in the market for a new keeper and are also interested in Declan Rice. By adding these players to an already good squad, Chelsea have ensured that they have both the quality to go head-to-head with the best teams and good players to come off the bench. Expect them to be one of the best teams this season, but with the number of new players who are yet to play together, it may be too soon to ask for a title. Predicted finish 2nd.
West Ham. Thanks to the informed Antonio, they survive relegation. It's sad to see them depend upon their backup forward, whereas their informed Haller, never mind. West Ham have been busy in the transfer market as they have signed some quality players that fit their squad, but obviously they won't finish in the top half because come on, it's West Ham. Predicted finish 13th.
West Bromwich Albion. West Brom look dead set to take the drop next season with a not so impressive squad and no major signings yet. Matthias Pereira's loan was made a permanent deal and Cedric Kipre was brought in to improve their defense, but the team is still lacking players which can make a difference at the top level. With lack of goal scoring options and a defense which was great last season but isn't good enough to handle Premier League opposition, it won't be a surprise if West Brom finish last this season.
Fulham. Obviously only one guy is going to carry the whole team, but they have been spending quite a lot to make their squad strong by bringing in the likes of Anthony Knockaert, Mario Lemina and Harrison Reed. Though they were lucky enough to get promoted through the playoffs, I don't think their luck will be with them in the Premier League. Predicted finish 17th.
Southampton. With an almost unchanged squad compared to last season, the Saints once again look set for a mid-table finish. Although the defense looks decent, their lack of options in midfield and attack can hurt them, and it was rather surprising that they let Mario Lemina out on loan and sold Harrison Reed after the departure of Pierre Højbjerg to Tottenham. Any injury or dip in form to Danny Ings will have huge consequences, with the Englishman scoring 22 out of 45 goals for them last season and second choice striker Jay Adams yet to hit the ground running. Predicted finish 14th.
Brighton. Quite a bang average last season for Brighton, and they have added the likes of Adam Lallana and Joel Wedman, but they have also lost their playmaker Aaron Moy and defender Shane Duffy. This could turn out to be quite a struggling season for Graham Potter as their number one Matt Ryan is being linked to various clubs. That could turn out to be a huge loss for them. Predicted finish 19th.
Liverpool. The champions are yet to make any major signings, and although they have been constantly linked with Bayern superstar Thiago, the move is looking increasingly doubtful, and with Wijnaldum's potential transfer to Barcelona looking set to go forward, Klopp's men should be worried. Liverpool's starting lineup was relatively injury-free last season, especially their attackers. Injuries to key stars like Mane and Salah can have major setbacks. Man City, Liverpool's primary rivals for the last 2 seasons, have improved their already deep squad, and with the major overhaul, Chelsea too look dangerous this season. And although it looks over dramatic, without a few good signings to challenge their starters, Liverpool might fall behind their rivals and finish as low as 4th.
Man City. Guardiola have been struggling defensively, and after losing their main man Laporte due to an injury, they suffered for the most part of the last season. There's no surprise that they will be looking to strengthen the back, as you can't rely on John Stones or Otamendi. They have signed Nathan Ake and Ferran Torres, who is a top talent, and speculation suggests that they will be bringing in another solid centre back as they have already begun talks with Kalidou Koulibaly. City are looking forward for a strong campaign this season, and it won't be a surprise to see them lift the Premier League trophy at the end of the season.